Destiny 2 is the sequel to Destiny, and the second game in the Destiny series. Wait, really? I never would have guessed. Destiny 2 is a complicated game, one which is notoriously difficult to get your head around. Now, because I quite often find myself buried in the deep ravines of content in this game, I figured I would search up a guide, because I don't know the first thing about this game, and a guide would be really helpful to, set me on the right track, so to speak. The guide I'll be following is the first that comes up when you search for one on Google. This one here is by the popular game journal website Polygon. Let's see what it has to say. What do you need to know about Destiny 2, the sequel to developer Bungie's massively multiplayer first-person shooter? This Destiny 2 guide has the answers. It certainly does. It goes on, saying, think of this guide as a living document. As we learn more, we'll continue to add sections and update what we've already published. Ah, nice, so this should be a completely relevant guide to the current state of Destiny 2, that's very reassuring. Getting into the actual content of the guide, it first talks about leveling your Guardian. Now, according to the guide, before power leveling, you must first reach level 20. As you can see, I'm not quite there yet. So what does our Divine Overlord say? The road from level 1 to 20 is a long one, filled with missions to run and adventures to be had. Luckily, if you're leveling an alt character, you can skip the cutscenes in the Red War campaign. Yes, you can definitely do that. Well, that's unfortunate. Next, the guide turns to power leveling, first telling me what not to do when leveling. Before power level 240, do not turn in tokens to your planetary vendors. Okay. Don't slot your legendary mods into blue gear. Got it, that's useful to know. Before power level 265, don't turn in milestones that give powerful gear. Don't start any planetary quests with the blue crown icon. But these ones are fine then, they're white. And don't loot Cade 6 treasure chests. Already did, and I got a fancy new gun with it. So it looks like the guide wants me to get to power level 265. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, that's the closest I can get. The guide recommends running public events, strikes, and Crucible matches for easy loot. Okay. I don't appear to have gotten any closer to 265. In fact, I'm even further away. Anyways, let's just skip to the next bit. Getting to power level 280. You can go hunting for Cade 6 chests. If you go to Cade 6 on the tower and buy his maps, spade icons will appear on a planet. Sorry, where is he again? Then I needed to do some powerful milestones which were real difficult. Yeah, I definitely didn't have that stored on my hunter since last season or anything. Now, to test my skills I've gained so far, I'm going to attempt a Nightfall, some of the hardest content in the game. This week's one is Exodus Crash, which is convenient because the guide has a page on this exact strike. Let's have a read. When Exodus Crash first begins, you will find yourself on the eastern side of Nessus. Jump onto your Sparrow, or grab a pike from below and start making your way through the area. Seems simple enough, let's try it. Okay, maybe I need to get better gear first. I seem to have picked up just a few exotic weapons recently, so which of them are good? That might be a start. There are 5 exotic guns that everyone should have. Number 1, Merciless, an exotic fusion rifle that deals incredible damage to bosses. Right, noted. Woodcliff Coil, a bizarre rocket launcher that does high damage to both bosses and groups of enemies, as opposed to a heavy weapon that deals very little damage to groups of enemies, of course. Mida Multitool, certainly Destiny 2's most infamous gun. Ah yes, I see this gun in trials all the time. I can't believe I spent a cipher on that. Cold Heart. While it may just seem like an ordinary gun against regular enemies, this thing melts mages and bosses. And now for the number 1 exotic in Destiny 2. Sweet Business. It's very useful for multiple fights, including the Royal Pools and Callus. In Nightfalls, it can chew through the boss as well as mages. Alright, with all this information, I'm going to get to crafting a really good build for my hunter. Feel free to copy it if you'd like. Here we are. I'm using Sweet Business in my kinetic, Traveler's Judgment with the brilliant perk Adaptive Frame for the closer enemies, And in heavy, I'm using the Apex Predator rocket launcher, which is the closest thing I could get to Wardcliff Coil. For my armour, I heard from another page on the guide that I should be using Foe Tracer as my helmet. This should be good, right? Moving on, I next took a look at some of the other sections of this page, starting with some tips for PvP, because I'm in desperate need of them. It might feel like Destiny 2 is running out of things to do. While that may be true at times for campaign-related activities, we all know that Lord Shaxx is always ready to remind you that you can test your skills in player versus player combat. Never go anywhere alone. Okay, sounds fair enough. Use the map to your advantage. Well, that's fair as well. It's always good to get an idea of the maps beforehand so you can play to your strengths. What's the third tip? Set up before entering the Crucible. Okay, I'll go with my strongest subclass, Middletree Arcstrider, and use my newly acquired Mida multi-tool. With these tips, there's no way I can lose. Distance Shore on Nessus. Okay, this is a decent map. Let's see what we can do here. I can't go anywhere alone. I got a kill! I was with teammates, I shouldn't have died there. You know, I'm just running away. I'm running away. That's probably for the best, right? Group up with teammates, that's all I need to do. Although... No. Oh, there's teammates here, and there's also seems to be some enemies. So let's see if we can kill some people. Oh yeah, I've got this Traveler's Judgment, that's also useful, right? Huh? I got another kill. Move through the map like a SWAT team.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
There you go, see? That guy didn't kill anyone. That guy just went flying, what? Alright, let's help out this teammate over here. He doesn't want to be going anywhere alone either. Ah, that's unfortunate. Now I know that guy went in there, but it's probably not wise to push that engagement, right? Yes. I really need to be with teammates. There's a teammate over here, which we should probably help out. There we are. See, that's what happens when you play as a team. There's a guy in here. Now I'm going to ignore what everyone says and push him. There we are. We've got loads of teammates here. There's no way we're losing now, right? They've also got lots of enemies over there. That's not ideal.
Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
There we go. Helped that teammate get the kill. I'm contributing to the team a lot. I'll take that trade. Just sword him in the face and he dies and then also kills me. With a melee, apparently. Ah, well, you see, this enemy has made the mistake of pushing an entire team when it's just him. He's not sticking with his teammates, so evidently he's not listening to the guide. Ah, foolish. Alright, I've got my super up. Let's see what I can do with that. Because I wasn't with teammates, evidently. You know, actually, Foe Tracers are genuinely not that bad. I was kind of making fun of them earlier. They're decent.
Get those zones back.
Yep, good job, teammate. Let's get this zone. Me and my teammate here. Right. Maybe we avoid that teammate, you know. You just yeah, he's gone. Goodbye. Oh, come on. Come on. Can we get this kill, teammate? Yes, we can. That was very good. Can I kill this guy in here? Is my teammate going to push with me? There we go. That's why you use middle tree arc strider. We're only about 20 points behind. I feel like we still got this, right? Okay, that guy didn't see me. That guy kind of looks like me. Like his fashion's pretty on point. I just ran right into that nade. That was fun. That's why Fey Traces is useful there. That was actually not too bad. Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. I just cost my team the game there. just ignore that. Okay, that went very well. I feel like I'm ready to tackle that Nightfall again. Let's start. Well, that's unfortunate.